Welcome to the Boss Lady Coaching video cast and podcast. Hopefully we'll be back after the pandemic is over, but for now you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Boss Lady Coaching. I'm your host, Holly Sexton, along with our founder, Boss Lady Coaching, Megan Stitz. She's with us. We're going to talk about donuts, we're going to talk about inclusion, and we're going to talk about pro-caffeinating. So take it away, Megan.
Well, it is just awesome to be together tonight, Holly. I'm already hungry. This was probably not a good idea to record before dinner time because now I think we should just go have donuts for dinner. But I'm so excited to hear more about what Savannah and Tiffany are working on. I've had the privilege of knowing Savannah for several years now. No semblance of time anymore, but since pre-pandemic, whatever that means now. But we were able to connect. She's an awesome, talk about boss lady, doing great things in her career as a mom, and now this entrepreneurial venture. So as soon as I saw this, just seemed like something I wanted to hear about and definitely need to be able to go and eat some donuts. So Savannah, I'd love to just start with, asking about how this venture came about and the story behind the business that you're starting, and maybe tell us a little bit too about what that business is.
Sure. Yeah. So basically we are opening up a donut shop, and it is Whole, H-O-L-E, Lotta Love Donuts. And interesting enough, it actually started with Tiffany and my husband. So my husband, Brandon Dupree, and Tiffany's husband, John Anderson, they were working and talking together. They've gotten really close through the relationship. He's a CPA and my husband's an attorney, and they work together. And they were talking about their dreams when they weren't a CPA and an attorney anymore. I guess, when we grow up and decide we want to do something else. And my husband shared with him that we've had this dream of wanting to open up a craft donut shop in E-Town, so something really unique and different. And then, he talked through that with John, and John shared his side, he and Tiffany's side of a dream that they had. And we've really brought both those dreams together. And so Tiffany, maybe you want to talk a little bit about you and John's dream and how that came in with our craft donut idea.
Sure. So my husband, John, and I, we have a 6-year-old son named Cade, and Cade has Down syndrome. And right after Cade was born, we kind of talked about the idea of having a business where we could employ people with disabilities. And kind of give them the chance to show off or showcase their ability, because we felt like a lot of times in our society they might be looked down upon or just kind of ignored because of their disability. And so we wanted to have something to give them like a purpose, and to feel like a part of society that's important. So we just kind of thought of different ideas of what that business might be, but had never really come down to something certain until John and Brandon were talking and sharing their ideas for future endeavors.
So, go ahead. Sorry, Savannah, jump in there.
Oh, I was going to say that those two dreams came together. It was like, hey, we can do a really awesome craft donut shop, and we can do it with a really awesome purpose. And I just don't think it doesn't get any better than that, because everyone loves donuts.
Agreed. Everyone loves donuts, and I love the idea of a craft donut. And I have in my mind what that looks and tastes like, but fill me in. What does, and that wasn't a pun. I don't do puns, but
yeah,
on a craft donut, what is that? How does it taste? And have you ever experienced one somewhere else in another city?
Yeah, so we actually will have a couple of different offers, but the craft donut piece of it, because we're going to do classic donuts as well. We're not going to leave any of our fans who love just a good classic powdered or glazed donut. We're not going to leave you wanting. That'll be something that'll be available to you. But craft is like things you wouldn't expect to get in or on top of a donut. So think a banana pudding donut. If you love banana pudding, which I do, think about banana pudding filling inside of a donut topped with, vanilla icing and some vanilla wafers and just, a taste of banana pudding, but in a donut. And strawberry shortcake donuts, red velvet donuts. And there are some places that do craft donuts in Louisville. High Five is one of them. Now their donuts a little bit different. It's very bread-like, but they're a great shop in Louisville. And then there's another place that we went and visited, Tiffany and I and our husbands, Hofstadter's. Am I saying that right, Tiffany? Hofstadter's, but they have a franchise in Ohio, and so there's several locations, and so they do things like that, like banana pudding donut, and they did a Shark Week donut, which is really cool. So just things that are very unique and different, and we want to combine that, savory and sweet taste together, and just kind of flip the thinking on a donut and make it more of a dessert. And that's another key thing with our business model that will be a lot different and unique for E-Town.
One thing I love about small businesses that are popping up is there's an atmosphere that's a big part of the culture. It's not just what they're serving, what you're serving. It's also part of the culture. Tiffany, can you speak to that?
Yes, I think that we want to have definitely with our business and our purpose, we want a family atmosphere where people can come in and enjoy their maybe either it's breakfast or their dessert with their families, and then with our employees, to show off what they can do and their abilities, the special characteristics that they have.
I'm excited about the model from a business standpoint and an entrepreneurial standpoint. What additional challenges do you think have come up because of your mission and your purpose of inclusion?
That's an interesting question because I haven't really seen any challenges. We have been just blown away by the community and the support and the outpour towards our purpose. And then it's just been phenomenal to see the families that we're working with. We've already hired a good number of employees, and almost I think right now about all of them except 4 have an intellectual disability. And the joy that they show and express when we tell them that we've hired them for a job it's just amazing. And it's I really hope, and I think this is what Tiffany and John really hope too, but I won't speak for you, Tiffany, but is that this will help other businesses see that it's not challenging. There really isn't any roadblocks except for maybe your own thinking or your own, barriers that you may be putting up for yourself as a business. This is really a great way to make sure that we are being inclusive to everyone and that we're giving everyone opportunities. And these people that we're hiring are so excited to work. And I think any business should want someone who's excited to show up and work.
I'm just imagining too, this has to be the most fun research and development project for a new business that I can imagine of, new recipes, develop new recipes, do the research. So how are you all developing these flavors and ideas? Is that coming from your team as well to give input on some new recipes and things you can try?
Yes, we have a head baker, and she's awesome, and we actually found her through connections with ECC through the Culinary Arts Program, and she is completely all on board with wanting to do something really creative and different. And so we've got some ideas as between me and Tiffany and John and Brandon, and then she's brought a ton of ideas to the table. And then we would like to get to a place where we can get ideas from our employees once they get in and kind of get moving and going in the shop. And we want to do a monthly kind of pairing highlight between a donut that one of our employees really loves, or maybe it was their idea even. And then that with a particular coffee drink or milk or what they would want to pair it with. And so you'll see a monthly pairing, come in and ask for Tiffany's. I'll just use Tiffany as an example, Tiffany's, pairing of the month. So we'll do things like that. And we definitely want to incorporate all kinds of ideas and then feedback from the community. So we'll be asking, especially the first several months in, we'll be asking everyone to tell us, what do you think? What do you want to see? What do you want? And we've been doing some of that already on social media, but we'll continue to do that.
I have to brag on your marketing because I have seen that from the beginning. Most businesses wait until they're up and running before they start their social media, and your surveys are super easy. I hate surveys, hate them. And I say that too from a person with a marketing mind. I hate surveys, but your surveys were fun and they were super short. So from the marketing component of running your business, you and your team are doing a fantastic job, really innovative, creative. The imagery, as Megan mentioned earlier, makes me want to skip dinner and just have a donut. I mean, it's enticing, which is what it's supposed to be. So what are we looking at? What's the timeline before people can enjoy, or when they can enjoy and come in and sit down?
You want me to, Tiffany, you want to share? Do you want me to give some updates on timeline?
You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the question. That one and where we're going to be located are the ones we're getting the most of. And timeline wise, we are really hoping to be open this fall. And we are looking forward to being able to share that opening day soon. Right now, we're kind of finalizing all the details around the space that we're going to be in. We can tell you it is in E-Town. It will be in E-Town. And we do have a space. We just need to get kind of the final details done, and then we'll be able to announce it. And we've got a great plan for how we're going to announce that as well on our social media. So keep following us there, because that's where we're going to have our big announcement. And we do promise it will be soon.
Awesome. So Tiffany, how can viewers find you on social?
All right. So we have a Facebook page, obviously Whole Lotta Love Donuts. They can obviously see some interesting surveys and questions there. Right now we have that, and we have a website that Savannah has been working on, and so we'll have that up and running soon too.
And I want to
and then we also have Instagram.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Whole, H-O-L-E.
Yes.
Right.
That's right.
All right, sweet. Well, Megan, before we wrap up, do you have anything you want to add?
I just think it's awesome what you ladies are doing. I can't wait to be there. You've made me hungry. I'm sure our listeners are ready to get in line too. And thank you for what you're doing. It is, leading by example, and excited to see the success I know is in the future for you.
Thank you all. Thank you all for having us and spotlighting us. We really, really appreciate it.